Hi, and welcome to your first online math lesson. As you can tell, yesterday was Easter. So today we're going to do kind of a review to get us all warmed up for our lessons. We're going to work on for this whole week number bonds. They are such a foundation to our math program and to math in general and just dealing with numbers. So we're going to work on some things with that. I'm going to do a little bit of a review. It might feel a little too easy at first, but then we're going to try to challenge you and with some activities that are attached to this lesson as well. I might have to get up and move the camera to show you things up here, just so you know. And I also have some incentives. So if you work really hard and you answer along and you're following along, I have my handy dandy Easter basket right here with some eggs inside of them, of fun activities to do throughout the lesson. I also have my other handy dandy basket that has some supplies in here to use, and again I might have to get up and turn the camera to show you what I'm doing up here. But let's go ahead and get started with our lesson. And first, number bonds. Number bonds a lot of times are seen using circles or squares, but I know in my class I like to call them the Mickey Mouse face because it kind of makes a Mickey Mouse face. Here's the face and here are the ears. The big thing to remember that this is the whole number. Where both the ears come out of, the face, that's where the whole number goes, the big number. Now each ear is a part. What is it called? Get ready. A part. Yes. So this is the whole number, and these two are the parts. So two parts make a whole. Part, part, whole. Let's do it with our hands. Get ready? Part, part, whole. So today we're going to work with some different numbers, and we're going to start off pretty easy, and then we're going to get a little bit harder. So don't worry. We're going to start with some numbers like, I'm going to put 3 different numbers up here. So I have 5, 2, and 3. And I have 5, 2, and 3. 5 is our whole number. So I'm going to write 5 down in our whole number because that's the biggest number. Now that means that if 5 is a part, then these two other numbers must be, if 5 is the whole, then these two other numbers must be the parts. So 2 is a part and 3 is a part. 2 and 3 make 5. Now, if you're still a little confused, it's easy to go ahead and look at some ice cream cones. I have 1, 2, 3 cones, and I have 1 ice cream and 2 ice creams. Now, as you can see, I have 3 cones, 1, 2, 3, and only 2 scoops of ice cream. But the whole number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can take these off and also show you. I have some parts to make some ice cream cones. So I have 3 cones and 2 scoops. It makes 5 all together, so 5 pieces all together. So that is the beginning of our number bonds. Now I can show you a couple other examples. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this. All right, all erased. And now we can take a look at some other counters. So let's go ahead and pull out our other counters. I have some caterpillars. Let's see if I can find another caterpillar in here. There we go. Awesome. So I have some caterpillars. Let's count how many caterpillars I have. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 caterpillars. So I'm going to write my number bond face right here. and I have 4 caterpillars. Now I'm going to put some other toys up here. So these are some of my toys. So I'm going to put some cars. 1, 2, 3 cars. So I have my 4 caterpillars and 3 cars right here. So if I had 4 caterpillars and I have 3 cars, those are my 2 parts. So I'm going to put those in the ears. How many does that make all together? So I have the 2 parts. I'm looking for, what is this called again? The whole number. I want to know what the whole number is. So I'm going to count them all together because 4 and 3 make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 and 3 make 7. That's right. That was awesome. So I now have my number bonds for some pretty simple numbers. I'm going to take a look at one more example, but before I do, I definitely think you all earned an Easter egg. So let's take a look and see what it says in here. It says, I popped open the pink one. Act like a monkey. Take a couple seconds and act like a monkey. Nice work. All right, so now that we've acted like a monkey, let's go ahead and do another example of number bonds using some pretty easy numbers, but they might be hard for some of us. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Let's erase our board. I'm going to start off with my number bond face again. There we go. And I'm going to put some examples up here. All right. So I don't know if you have these at home, but we have some fun magnets that we like to make different shapes with. So I'm going to put those down. I have a red one, another red one, another red one. So that's my first part. How many red ones? How many? Get ready. Yes, 3. 3 red ones. So I'm going to put a 3 in the part. Now we have to count orange ones. Get ready. How many orange ones do we have? Yes, 3 again. So I have 3, 3, and what is my other number? So I have the part makes a, yes, whole. And what does it make? 3 and 3 make how many? Yes, 6. 3 and 3 make 6. Wow, kiss your brains. That was amazing. All right, now that we've looked at these counters, I want to show you that you can also always do this at home with Play-Doh. So if you ever want to practice this at home and someone makes you a Mickey Mouse face, you can take out 2 different colors of Play-Doh. Now, if your siblings or yourself haven't mixed up the Play-Doh like my kids have, then it might be a little bit easier. But you can make balls with your Play-Doh and make your own counters, and you can use 2 different colors. So I have like a green and some yellow, and then you can make a whole bunch, or somebody can make them out for you, and you can fill in this face too. And you can practice number bonds that way. Remember, you should always have 2 parts and then the whole number, which is 6. So 3, 3, and 6. You should only ever have 3 numbers. That's right. So while we were looking at this, I'm going to go ahead and show you something else we've used in math before. We have a number bond, but we also often use a tens frame. So here is our tens frame. And it looks like there's, a little bit of a glare on it. So our tens frame always has 10 spots on it. And I can use, again, my Play-Doh to help fill this in. Okay, so I'm going to stick in here some counters using my Play-Doh in my tens frame, and then I can fill in my number bond. What's so great about this is since there's 10 spots, I'm going to fill in all the spots, so I know right away my whole number is going to be 10. So I'm going to fill in 10 right here. And then I'm going to take this And I'm going to fill in the rest of these with a second color. Like I said, as long as people don't mix the colors, it makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in these with my balls made out of Play-Doh. A couple more spots to fill in. Oh. There we go. And now I have my counters. So, how many green counters do I have? Yes, 3 green counters. Now, how many yellow counters do I have? I'll point to it. You count out loud. Get ready? How many? Yes, 7. So 3 and 7 make 10. I know the whole number is 10 because it is a tens frame. And you can use this over and over and over again. So I can take these down and I can change it up now. I can add a different one right there and one right there. I can erase this. And now how many green counters do I have? Yes, 5. How many yellow counters do I have? 5 again. So our 2 parts are 5 and 5 make 10. Yes, 5 and 5 make 10. 5 and 5 make 10. Wonderful. I think that deserves another egg, don't you? All right, let's see what else we have in here. I got a green egg today, or right now, and it says, what does it say? This is a silly one. It says quack like a duck. Everybody quack like a duck. Ready? Quack, 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 quack. Excellent. All right, we're gonna get ready and we're gonna change this up again. I'm gonna do another example using our tens frame. So I'm gonna take some more down and add some more counters up there now. Let's do this. Again, I actually used a lot of this stuff from home. I took a white piece of paper, I drew the tens frame on it in marker, and I put this on there also, the number bond, a blank number bond. And then I luckily had this plastic sleeve. So if you ever have a plastic sleeve at home, you can stick the white piece of paper on there, or you can just keep writing in the white piece of paper using a pencil. And you can fill this in too, using your Play-Doh or using counters. Some of you have little dinosaur figures or Lego figures at home, and you can use that and practice your number bonds in there using all your different toys at home. So pick 2 different kinds of toys and play in here, and then you can write in and practice your number bonds. So let's practice this number bond. I'm gonna start with the first part, which is the green counters. So let's count the green counters. All right, we're gonna do it again so I can count out loud with you this time. Get ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 green counters, and I'm not gonna count this one yet. So I'm gonna write 9 in the first part. How many yellow counters do I have? Get ready? Yes, 1. 1. So 9 and 1 make 10. Let's say it again. Get ready? 9 and 1 make 10. Wonderful. All right, you guys ready for a tricky one? No. Are you sure you can handle it? Okay. No way you're gonna get this one. Okay, again, we have a tens frame, so our whole number is 10. Now, do you think you know what the first part is? Think in your brain, count this up. Let me hear you. A little bit louder. A little bit louder. Yes, 10 is our first part. So I'm gonna write 10 in there. Now, what is our other part? Think in your brains. Let's see how clever you can be. What is our other part? A little bit louder this time. Oh, even louder. yellow counters. So we have 10 and 0 make 10. Now, I wonder if any of you know what the flip of that is. It's the same thing, except you flip these two parts. Yes, it would be 0 and 10 make 10. So I can write this number bond again in another way. It's called I call it the flip. So it's still 10 is the whole number. Now instead of writing 10 over here, I'm going to write 0 and 10 over here, because 0 and 10 also make 10. Excellent. That was a little tricky. All right, now to get even trickier with you, we are going past 10, and we are going to use two tens frames this time, and we're going to do number bonds all the way up to 20. That's right. These are some big numbers. And again, if you're still having trouble with just number bonds from numbers 1 to 10, then just keep practicing those at home. Draw yourself a tens frame, or just use your counters. You don't only have to do number bonds of 10. You could do number bonds of 5. You could do number bonds of 6, number bonds of 7, number bonds of 8, number bonds of 9, number bonds of 2. Yeah, you could try all of those. But if you think you're ready for number bonds up to 20, then let's get ready. But first, we need an Easter egg break. Purple egg this time, which is my favorite color. Let's see what it is. It says 10 jumping jacks. Uh-oh. Everybody stand up and get ready to do 10 jumping jacks. I might knock over my thing, so I'm going to kind of pretend to do them in my chair. Get ready. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Nice work. Okay. We are ready to do our number bonds all the way up to 20. So what I need to do now is I have my counter, or I have my two tens frames, and I'm going to show you my number bond down here. And again, you don't have to go just up to 20. So you could stop at 15. You could do number bonds of 15, number bonds of 18. So we're going to look on here and see what we can make. So I'm going to make my number bond face down here. Number bonds, I'm going to use a dark color. Number bonds can be written a couple different ways. So you might see a square and 3 different squares. You might see it turned sideways like this, or you might see it upside down where the whole number's on the top and the face is written like that. So whatever works for you. Now, always know that the 2 lines coming out, those 2 are the parts. These are the 2 lines coming out, those 2 are the parts. The 2 parts always make the whole down here. They always make the whole. So I'm going to start over. We are going to write up our face that we're going to use to write our number bonds. I'm going to put some counters in our tens frame. And I'm not going to write 20 in here yet because we might do less than 20. So let's do a couple practice ones. So I'm going to put my counters back in here. I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. Oops. I'm going to put my counters in. And you guys are going to help me figure out what these number bonds are going to be and the numbers that go in them. Now, Play-Doh is so helpful. I'm going to add, since we have another one, that one just does not want to stick. All right, let's see. And now we need to add a second color. All right, so let's take a look up here. So I have one whole tens frame filled in, so I know right away that that's 10 green counters. But I have some more green counters down here, so let's keep counting those. So 10, 11, 12. So what's my first part? Yes, it's 12. That's my first part. Whew, that's a big number. So I'm going to write 12 in there. Then I have to count my yellow counters because that's the other part. So let's count them. Get ready? What's the number? Yeah, you know it. It's 3. Now, 12 and 3 make how many all together? 12 and 3 make how many all together? So I can count. There's 10 up here. So I'm going to get 10 going. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15 counters all together. So my whole number is 15. 12 and 3 make 15. That's right. All right, now, you did such a great job with that. We are going to come down here. I'm going to erase these numbers because we're going to practice some other number bonds using these 2 tens frames, and I'm going to change it up. I'm going to add some other ones. And let's see if I can trick you guys. Okay. Now, I've changed up the number bonds, or I changed up the counters. And let's see, we still have 10 that are all green. But we have another one down here. So let's get 10 going again. 10, because I know there's 10 already. 10, 11. So what's the first part? The first ear is what? 11. That's right. 11. Now let's take a look at the next part. We should count these ones because I don't know right away. So let's get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did you get? I got 6 too. All right, let's put 6 in there. So now I want to know 11 and 6. Some of you are real quick, and I bet you could do that math in your head. Some of us, like me, I think I need to go back and I need to count them all. But remember, this is already 10. So we're going to get 10 going. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did you get 17? I got 17. Our whole number is 17. Kiss our brains. We are so smart. Way to go. I think this definitely deserves another Easter egg. So let's take a look and see what we have in here. Yellow it this time. It says, get ready to blast off. Especially my math class knows this one. We're going to get down low. We are going to be rocket ships. Rocket ships always need a blast off, and we need to have a countdown from 10 and blast off. So get down low. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! How high did you jump? I didn't get very high because I'm a little squeezed back here, but I hope you got really, really high. All right, let's do another practice with these number bonds. And then I'm going to send you on your way to practice them at home by yourself. So let's do some more with these big numbers. All right, I'm going to change it up on you again. Getting tricky over here. Oh, that one did not want to stick. Oh boy. All right. Now, I made it extra hard. So let's see if you can do it. I need to first erase my numbers inside my Mickey Mouse ears and my face so we can write all of our parts for our number bonds. Remember, number bonds are so important. They teach us and they help us out with so many things. So we are going to take a look at this. Now, do I know that there's 10 green in here right away? Sure don't, because there are some yellow ones in here. So I'm going to have to really do some counting. So I'm going to count to myself. I want you to count out loud. Let's see it. Get ready? You got 8? I got 8. Yes. Then I must have counted right. Okay, 8. So now we need to count the yellow counters to find out the other part. Or is it the whole number? Or is it the part? What are we looking for again? The part? Or are we looking for the whole number? Is the yellow the part or is the yellow the whole number? Yellow is the other part. So let's count it. Get ready? What is it? Did you get 20? No, you got 11. Did you get 10? What did you get? 12? Yes, it's 12. So 8 and 12 make how many? Am I going to have to count all of these counters? It's going to take me a little while. Is there a faster way we could do this? There is? How could we do this? The fast way. How could we count all these counters to find out what the whole number is the fast way? Yes, we can count the tens frames by tens. Do you know how to count by tens? You do? Great. So each tens frame is worth 10. So let's count the tens frames. Get ready? 10, 20. What's the whole number? Yes, it's 20. 2, 0 makes 20. So 8 and 12 make 20. 8 and 12 make 20. Wow, we did a great one. Kiss your brains. You've been working so hard. Now here's the really challenging question. Do you know the flip? So the flip is the same whole number. So I'm still going to write 20 in there. But what happens to the two parts? They flip. So instead of 8 over here, I'm going to write 12. And what goes over here? 8. That's right. So now we have told this number bond in 2 different ways. That's the same thing. That's wonderful. So boys and girls, I definitely think we earned another Easter egg. Let's see what we have in here. We got a blue Easter egg. Hug your family. Aw, mine's all sleeping right now because it's nap time in this house. So I'm going to give myself a great big hug. And if your family's working right now or they're taking a nap too, give yourself a great big hug because you did such a great job on your math lesson today. I know this is really strange and it's an odd time for us teachers too. I wish I could be there to hug you or to tell you to kiss your brain or give you a high five because you have worked so hard. And again, I know this might be review for you, and that's wonderful if it is. It's extra practice because we want to make sure our foundation with number bonds is so great because we're going to be working on number bonds this week, but next week we're going to move on to some new things, some addition, and then we have some other things after that. So don't worry, we're going to be moving on to addition and subtraction and word stories, and I just can't wait, and you're going to work so hard. So what I have for you, one last thing is, well, a couple last things. I have attached onto this lesson is going to be a slides, and you are going to, it's like a worksheet, but it's online, so you're going to work on that. I know you've done it in language group before, and it is some number bond practice. If there's ones on there that are too hard for you, that's okay. Write me a little note saying, you know, I really struggled with the 2 sets of tens frames and doing number bonds with there. But you can also let me know, hey, this is really easy, but I'm excited that we're finally doing math lesson plans or math lessons online. And then I've also attached, I know not everybody has a printer. If you do have a printer at home, I've attached some flashcards that are for number bonds from 1 to 10. So that way it's easy to practice, so you can just start spitting off your number bonds right and left really quickly. Now on these number bonds, they have missing parts or they have missing whole numbers. So that's what you're going to see on your slides. So if I have a number bond that looks like this, I'm going to do it sideways this time. And I have 10 in here, and I have 6 in here. I want to know, what is my missing part? So 10 is my whole number, so what I would do is I would hold up 10 fingers. I would put 6 of my fingers down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many fingers are left up? Yes, 4 fingers are up. So my missing part is 4. Another way we could do this is if I had the whole number missing, then I would count up 7 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's one part, and I would count up 3 more. 1, 2, 3. How many fingers up altogether? Yes, 10. Now, a fun game to play at home with someone else that knows their number bonds to 10 pretty easily is you always have 10 counters with you, your 10 fingers, and I call this buddy hands. So you and your partner, one person goes and the other person is the one who talks and answers. So if I hold up my fingers like this and I put some fingers down and I have some fingers up, what is the number bond that goes with this? 7 are up, 3 are down, 10 altogether. So 7 and 3 make 10. Or you could hold up like this. I have 10 fingers again. I put 5 down, 5 are up. How many altogether? 10. So 5 and 5 make 10. Yeah. And you could play this at home with a partner and practice your number bonds back and forth with your fingers. See how quick you can go and see how many you can do in a row without making any mistakes. Time yourself. You could turn it into a game with each other. So you are going to go ahead and work on your slides and turn those into me. Then, like I said, I attached some flashcards. If you can print them, wonderful. And then you can practice your flashcards with someone at home or just by yourself. Take some time. And then I've also attached a worksheet that is just very simple. It's some missing parts to some number bonds. There's 2 versions of it. There's one that goes up to 20, and then there's one that goes up to 10, numbers to 10, depending on which one you feel more comfortable working on and practicing with. You can work on those worksheets if you can print them out. If not, a parent could always pull them up and then just draw it on a piece of paper for you, so that way you could write it out and keep practicing writing these. You can also always pull out your Play-Doh and you can make a tens frame and a number bond, and you can practice your number bonds using your Play-Doh and your tens frame and everything. So keep working on that at home. There is one more egg in here that I wanted to share with you. Oh, we had 2 more eggs. Let's pull out. I think we definitely deserved it. So let's see what the orange egg had in it. It was, 5 push-ups. I'm gonna have to let you do those 5 push-ups. All right. So 5 push-ups. Get down on the ground. Let's do it. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Way to go. And our last one before we go, I saved it for last. It's my favorite one. Dance party. So, Alexa, play Freeze Dance.
Freeze Dance by the Fresh Beat Band from Spotify.
So you guys can do some freeze dance before you get started on your slides. Oh. So go ahead and play some freeze dance and let's dance and boogie. All right, there you go. Have a great day, and it was so great to see all of you, and I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks, bye.